Hello, ladies and gentlemen. On today's show, we will be explaining the topic of child abuse. We will be interviewing a small family from California. Our first guest is David Peltzer, an abused 9-year-old boy. Everybody welcome David! So David, how did this all start?
My mother progressively became an alcoholic. She took out her anger and stress on me. She first started physically abusing me when I was going to school, and she smashed my face against the counter.
I'm really sorry to hear that, David. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel terrible. I feel that I can never do anything right. No matter what I do is not good enough. I wash the dishes, they're not clean enough. I clean the floor, but it's not spotless. I just feel that she doesn't love me at all, not one bit.
Did you ever try to reach out for help?
No, I was scared too. My teachers and principals knew something was going on. I denied everything though. I didn't want to do anything that would get her in trouble with the law. I couldn't imagine what other terrible things she would have made me do.
What kind of torturous things did she make you do?
Well, in my house, I suffered both mental and physical abuse. I have endured many different types of punishments there. There was one time when she woke me up with a fury of punches, and she was pulling on my arm, and I felt a sharp pain. And the next day, my mom took me to the hospital, and they found out that I had a broken arm. And I lied about it and said I fell off my top bunk.
That's very tragic. Are there any significant events that you can remember?
I can remember this story like it was yesterday. When me and my family went to our cabin, one day my mother made me stay home with my baby brother, and he soiled his diaper and she forced me to eat his peanut butter.
I'm sorry about that, David. Thank you for sharing to the world about your experiences. After this quick commercial break, we will be back with David's mother.
I'm gonna make a price with my credit band. Let's go, guys! No. Officer got me, come here!
Stop, Dave! We'll go to that credit band!
Thanks, credit band!
If it wasn't for credit band's anti-theft protection, I would have gotten away with it.
So forget the hassle
Denied.
and get credit banned.
Let's bring out David's mother! Are these allegations true of you abusing your child?
These allegations are all lies. I would never do that to my child.
Okay, so what about you being an alcoholic? Is this true?
Sadly, Dr. Phil, it is true I was abusing alcohol, but I never took that abuse towards my son, David.
You're lying to Dr. Phil and everybody on national television.
David, stop lying. You know the truth.
If you're telling the truth, why did I get taken away?
No, David, you got taken away because I was an alcoholic.
So are you saying that the alcohol filled you with the rage, which then made you abuse your child?
Yes, Dr. Phil, I admit it. I did abuse David.
I was the only child abused in the house.
Is this true?
Yes, it is.
Why David? Why not any of the other children? Why him?
There was really no particular reason. It was just easier to take out all my emotions out on David because he was the oldest of my children.
Have you tried to get help, like AA or anything of that sort?
I went to AA meetings for 6 months, but I stopped going because I didn't think my problem was that. What's the word?
The word is bad.
Bad.
Why did you stop going?
I was just so depressed that I had to keep drinking.
Have you considered rehab?
No, I don't think I need it.
Well, I strongly think you should consider that, but we'll talk about that later. Let's bring out David's father! So, Mr. Peltzer, I'm gonna get straight to the point. Did you ever notice any sign of abuse?
Yeah, I actually did notice that there was sign of abuse, but I didn't want to believe that my wife was actually abusing my kid. So I just kind of tried to ignore it.
Why didn't you do anything, Mr. Peltzer? Why would you let this abuse go on in your household?
Yes, Dr. Phil, I did see signs of abuse on my kid David. I did not want to believe that my wife was actually abusing my kid. I don't know why she would abuse him, but I did see black eyes and bruises all over his body.
Wouldn't you think to call the police?
I've actually thought about calling the police a lot, but every time I thought about calling it, it's like she like read my mind and told me not to do it, or else David's going to be in even more danger, because by the time the cops get there, David will be dead.
David's mother, are you willing to accept the help I'm offering you?
I want to get over my disease. I want the best for my children.
Mr. and Mrs. Peltzer, are you willing to apologize to your son?
Yes, I actually would like to apologize to my son, because if I would have just called the cops earlier, maybe they would have taken him out of the crazy house earlier, or maybe I could have got custody of him, and then everything would have been okay.
Yes. David, I'm sorry. I don't know what got into me. I was going through a bad time.
David, do you accept these apologies?
I will in time, but not for now.
I understand, David. I'd feel the same way if I was in your position. And that's all the time we have today, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned to tomorrow where we talk about sexually active toddlers. Thank you and good night. Thank you. Thank you.